Greetings, fellow Vita fans. Welcome to PS Vita at 2 a.m. I am your host, James.
Is that intro different enough for you, Mr. Producer?
Anyway, and if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. Well, by golly, we're reaching the end of the month, and that can only mean one thing. We shall recap all of the PlayStation Vita games that came out for the month of March 2020. And believe me when I say this, there was a lot. A whopping 10 games released this month alone, including one I have yet to cover on this channel. And with that said, what games have you been playing that were released this month on your PlayStation Vita? I would love to know. Post it in the comment section. Let's begin. Syrup in the Ultimate Suite was our launch game for this month, and what a tantalizing treat it was. In a magical town, there lives a candy alchemist, Syrup, who one day discovers a candy golem in her basement. Where did she come from, and who could have made her? Go and find out. Featuring a memorable cast of colorful characters and 10 unique endings, your choices affect the story, or will she meet a much more tragic fate? Will Syrup achieve her goal of creating the Ultimate Suite? Featuring adorable hand-drawn art style with a story that will make you laugh and cry, kinda like my videos, but more on the crying side. A variety of cute, heartwarming characters to befriend, 10 different endings to collect, in-game galleries loaded with concept art and extras. This game also featured cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version. Sweet! Yeah, I made a Princess Peach reference. Continuing the trend of us getting a lot of director's cuts for reasons I can't explain, Breeder Homegrown Director's Cut is the second game that graced our handheld. An old man escapes from the clinic where he spent his whole life and returns home. He remembers his childhood, his toys, his monsters. His monsters? Breeder Homegrown is a short horror game about a family dealing with a strange creature over several generations. You will encounter some puzzles, but the game relies mostly on atmosphere, music, and dialogue. Perfect for people who enjoyed games like To the Moon or Undertale, and I know a lot of people enjoyed that one, and want to spend an hour having a similar experience. And considering that the whole game takes around 40 to 90 minutes to complete, depending on how much you explore, yeah, they're right when they say that in the description. And now for the game that was a complete surprise on Vita, but not really, because I had teased a picture of this months before. But let's just all pretend like we were surprised. It's time for a new point of view. Oh, I see what you did there, game. To the classic arcade shooter experience. In Super Destronaut Land Wars, it's up to you to take, shoot down enemies, and collect points to move on to the next level. That usually would be the whole point of a video game, is to move on to the next level, just kind of saying that. Inspired by arcade classics, this new arcade experience mixes first-person viewpoints with classic invader-style shooting. Together, this unique mashup will test your skills across 30 different challenges. For a change of pace, try arcade mode, which mixes different playstyles like combo breaker and snail mode. Personal favorite, snail mode, just saying. Featuring 30 different challenges to complete, test your skills in special arcade mode, various weapons, and stylish voxel graphics. I don't know what a voxel is, but it sounds pretty cool. Our dinner plate is still empty. We need more. More games, I demand. Next up is Thunderpaw, the game that the cover art really creeped me out, but I'm over that now, so let's just continue. Thunderpaw was out playing with his ball in the field when he suddenly heard a loud explosion near his house. He rushed home, worried about his parents, only to find no one was there. Just a single letter that said his parents had been kidnapped. It's up to Thunder to rescue his parents. Featuring 20 different levels and 5 different biomes to explore. Well, that's 2 words I don't know the meaning of. Beautiful pixel art graphics. Upgrade your gun by collecting gems from enemies. Take on 5 dynamic bosses, to each offering a unique challenge. Dominate your enemies with a trusty weapon by your side. Each defeated enemy will drop special gems that make your gun even more powerful. I can feel the power. Oh, and this is cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version too, I just mentioned. Oh no, not this game again. This is the kind of content where making videos on YouTube really feels like work. But at least I actually got some Vita footage this time. Yay? But I digress. Epic Word Search Puzzles is enormous. There are more than 1,500 words hidden in each massive scrollable grid. This collection contains Epic Word Search, Epic Journeys Word Search, Epic Animals Word Search, Epic Sports Word Search, Epic Food Word Search, which makes me tolerate the game a tiny bit, and is also cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version. Well, at least the description was short. So I have a little bit of a true confession here to make with you all. Again, I know, right? For the longest time, I kept calling this title Explosive Jack, when in actuality, it was called Explosive Jake. I always get those two confused though for some reason. So I just thought I would formally apologize to all the people who are named Jack and Jake that I mispronounced your names. My bad. Anyway, this game is about a little skeleton, and you must help the little skeleton to explode the way out from dark dungeons and not explode himself. Explosive Jake is a classic arcade action game, kind of like Bomberman. Not only humans are afraid of the dark in deep dungeons. Our hero, a little skeleton with an unhealthy crave of explosions, which trying to escape from dangerous castle dungeons, help him to avoid enemies and explode the way out. What do we have here? 40 levels of dynamite, explosion, vile knights, cute skeletons, charming rats, deadly traps, and even more dynamite and explosions. Kinda calling BS on that charming rats part. I've never met a rat that's been that charming. Well, except maybe for that one. Once again, dating myself. Let's move on. Oh no, me sees a visual novel here. This can only mean one thing. We have a Japanese only release. And this game is called, for lack of better words, Kin-iro Loveriche something. I'll have it up there. And this can only mean one other thing. I'm gonna be reading this from the Asian English translation. So many typos are to follow, and that is never a good sign. Private school, private noble school. This is the place to make gentlemen and ladies of the future. It is a boarding school for learning not only culture, but also dignity. Wow, that was actually a complete sentence. The school was particularly tense this year, inviting a loyal royal family from a small Nordic country. It was at that time that the hero, this person, was inspired by the princess because he was unexpected and was driven into school. Ah, there's that English I love so much. In relation to the empty room of the dormitory, he was pushed into the end of the women's dormitory. Was when such, and I don't know, the sentence just seems to end right there. Anywho, a romance visual novel for the PlayStation Vita, out only in Japan. And now we have a game that has one of my favorite titles on the PlayStation Vita, even though it can be kind of misleading because I have a feeling that this game does not play close to the source material that it is referencing. But anyway, Dark Souls Plus. Sorry, I just had to catch my breath there. Is a fast-paced action platformer about a little duck with an incredible skill to dash and a mission, find all the eggs to save his species. Even though saving his species with eggs makes no sense whatsoever to me. Dark Souls Plus is set in a cute and deadly fantasy world where many traps will rip your wings off your body while you struggle to grasp the frail, fragile egg. Wow, it's pretty violent. Run, jump, and dash through a colorful and treacherous environment to save everyone and become a hero if you can. Featuring 100 handcrafted, brutal levels filled with deadly traps. Jump over spikes, climb walls, and avoid death. Challenge your platforming skills with hardcore difficulty mode. Survive over 20 different types of deadly traps. Collect 20 different hats and customize your duck. A feature I did not expect from a game like this. Also, this game is cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version. Duck yeah! The next game on our list is a title that I am really tired of talking about, but I must do my solemn duty to bring you guys Vita news every day. This is Twin Breaker, a Sacred Symbols adventure. And lucky me, they added even more to the description. Twin Breaker, a Sacred Symbols adventure is a story-driven brick-breaking game molded in the style of the 80s arcade classics like Arkanoid and Breakout, but with a plot, characters, and meaning. In the early 2300s, Earth is still recovering from a decades-long world war that engulfed most of the planet, except for an isolated United States recovering from a decade-long war that engulfed most of the planet, except for the United States that has used its power to prestige not only to fight, but to reach for the stars. But when NASA's generation ships disappear in interstellar space, only 2 pilots are capable of figuring out why. Featuring 40 stages, 4 boss fights, new game plus, multiple extra features, plenty of story and dialogue, collectibles, and rocking soundtrack. Oh, and a fun platinum trophy that, from what I'm hearing, isn't so easy to acquire. Darn it, devs. Twin Breaker is an ode to both the past and the future. The game is developed by Lilymo, Perils of Baking, and Habroxia fame, and written by longtime PlayStation media personality and podcast host Colin Moriarty. Okay, seriously here. It's a brick-breaking game, for goodness sake. How could we make the description this long? Now let us move on to Mekorama. I can't really think of anything clever to say here, so let's just get going. Guide the adorable robot bee, because he looks like a bee. Wait, he does? To safety after he crash lands on a strange cubic planet. You know, as most bee-like creatures tend to do, who also look like robots. Explore each level, rotating in 3D to see all sides, looking for a way through to the goal. Make use of lifts and slide platforms to get around while looking for dangers. Think outside of the box to find solutions, sometimes in unconventional ways, to find a way forward. You'll be amazed at what's possible and necessary. And before long, captivated to get to the end. 100 varied levels continuously throws up new surprises that you'll never know what to expect. A physics engine ensures everything moves realistically, such as balls, platforms, and even B as he stumbles around the level. Try your hand at creating your own levels with the level editor and see other unimaginable designs are possible. This game is also cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version. Yay! Random Heroes is on our plate next, and this is a digital cross-buy with the PlayStation 4 version. I'm just gonna say that right up front. Stop an alien invasion by teaming up with a bunch of random heroes. The Earth is being invaded by terrifying aliens. It's up to you and a bunch of random heroes, hence the name, to save the day and stop the invasion. Shoot and jump your way through over 108 levels to stop the alien menace and bring peace to the planet. Will you be able to survive? If your name is James, probably not. I think we should now talk about that weird shmup game for the PlayStation Vita that's very, very weird. It's called Battle Rockets, which is a unique shmup fighter designed exclusively for the PlayStation Vita. It's exclusive, guys. In Battle Rockets, each player chooses a side, literally. Play as one of 8 console 10 fighters and battle your friends or foes or complete strangers. Are you head-to-heady? No, I'm not kidding you. That's what the description actually said, heady. And there you have it. That's everything that released this month. And since my voice is about to give out any minute now, I'm just going to end the video here. What games did you find interesting? Tell me down in the comment section below. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really does mean a lot to me. Love you all, and I shall see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Gutter Drums, Phantom XRS, Saul Ramirez, Kyle Brooks, JR, E-Rock, Pierce Turner, Adam Thury, Skullshire Tugel TCG, David Ray, BMF, Ruben Gutierrez, Joshua Williams, Jared Haddo, Kevin Enright, Heston Joseph, Aaron Swanson, Rodrigo Vera, Hero Acer, Adam Sondi, Dennis R. Huggins Jr., Richard Cruz, Buzz Sayin, Jelle, Mario Cruz, Larry Anderson, Matt Fox, Reiko Star, Neo Arashi, and Jace Bellerin. If you would be interested in supporting the channel, check the links down in the description below. I have many ways for you to do so down there. Okay, seriously guys, I don't think I can hold up this voice for any much longer. I'm already feeling vocal cords being severed.